Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So you can already tell today's video is going to be an everyday full coverage makeup look. So it's more of a natural look overall, as in soft eyes, soft skin, etc., but full coverage. And yeah, I'm just gonna get straight into it. Hair and makeup look. So before I begin, I am starting this tutorial with foundation already on my face, and the reason is, also if you can hear wind, it's because I am now living in Galway and I have a vent in the room and the wind is always there, so you're going to hear it a lot, so sorry about that. Also, I'm using mostly natural light, so if the lighting changes, that's why. Anything else I need to say before I begin? So the situation with the foundation already on, I have been using retinol for the last few months and stupidly waxed my eyebrows the other day, about 3 days ago, and took layers of skin off with the wax, so you can still kind of see through the makeup all the like patchiness. It is like healed over now, it's not like an open wound anymore, so I'm okay to wear makeup. But open wound sounds very dramatic, but you know what I mean, it's not like raw. So yeah, I just didn't want to come on with it looking terrible, hence why I have foundation on. So I'm gonna just talk you through quickly what I used. All over my skin I used the Huda Beauty Complexion Perfection makeup base, and then in the center of my face, just here and here, like the areas that get kind of oily, I used the Huda Beauty Matte Perfection primer as well. And then for foundation, I like full coverage foundation. That's what this tutorial is today. If you like natural look, this is not for you. These two are my current, well, I have a load of favourites at the moment, but these ones I really love: the Fenty Beauty foundation and the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless foundation. I use the shade 290 and 7.5 neutral in this, so I do one pump of each. Actually, one pump of each is a lot, like I have a lot left over, so they're very full coverage, and that's all I have on my face at the moment. So moving on, for my concealer I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Overachiever concealer, and this is in the shade 06G, and hopefully this concealer will help cover the rest of like the blotchiness from my eyebrows. It's so annoying. So yeah, just PSA, if you are using retinol, don't wax your eyebrows. Don't know why I didn't cop that before, but yeah, it's not a good idea. For those of you who don't know, I've moved to Galway. I don't live in Dublin anymore. So this is my new little like wardrobe, dressing room, makeup room, all my stuff in this room type of room. And I'm trying to rely as much as I can on natural light, because I think for makeup especially, and just, well, makeup especially, it looks better in natural light. And also I just prefer that kind of more casual style video. I don't want it like huge proper setup. Let me know what you think. So to blend all of that in, I'm using a damp beauty blender as always. If you haven't used a beauty blender for your makeup, like I'm telling you, you need to. It's game changing. I cannot do my makeup without it now, and I find the original, oh Jesus, the original one the best personally. Okay, I'm kind of thrown off today because my skin obviously is a little bit all over the place, so I think that's as even as I can get it. If you haven't waxed your eyebrows and your skin off, it will look more even than mine does right now. So moving on, to set my face, I'm going to use the Huda Beauty, what is this actually called? Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder in the shade Banana Bread. So this one just has more of a yellow undertone in it. And then using the clean side of the beauty blender, I'm going to use this to bake under my eyes. This is actually like a thicker translucent powder compared to like the Laura Mercier. I'm actually out of my Laura Mercier one. Usually I'd use a Laura Mercier, but I also love this one too. Probably not the best to be packing on powder on top of, oh my god, I just actually saw myself in the viewfinder, on top of dry skin, but just going to continue as I would, you know, normally. Next, setting the rest of my face with the same powder, just a large brush, and kind of like whisking that away. I don't let it bake for too long, just because I find this one's actually quite pigmented, so it doesn't need to set for too long. Face looks way better, does it? Anyway, on a side note, my jewellery, this I think is from Betty and Biddy. My rings are from Pandora, and this one is Astrid and Mew. My earrings are a mixture of Astrid and Mew and Adina's jewels. Okay, so moving on to bronzer. Usually I'd love to use the Hoola Caramel bronzer from Benefit, but because my skin is really dry and irritated around my eyebrows, again, I'm going to use this here. It's the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Give Me Sun, because it just has more of like a skin-like finish off it, so it's not going to settle into the kind of dry areas as much. So I always start around the forehead, and then underneath my cheekbones, and kind of on my cheekbones just a little bit. I kind of use this as like bronzer and contour in one. Bring a little bit underneath my jaw. I'm gonna lift that up a bit more. Okay, I think that's better. So next I'm gonna use whatever powder is left over on my beauty blender, and just use that to kind of carve out that bronzer. So from the top of my ear towards the corner of my mouth. So that just kind of sharpens that line, helps it contour your face more, as opposed to just like a really blurred out bronze. And I'm going to grab this brush again, adding no extra product but just kind of buffing it on top to like stop any of the harsh lines. Next I'm going to move on to blush, and I'm going to use the NARS Orgasm. Sometimes I also add this kind of like on my forehead, but because the whole situation I'm not going to. Moving on to highlighter, I'm in between two. So I love the MAC Whisper of Guilt. This is more of like a gold, true gold kind of highlighter. And then I also have the Jouer Rose Gold, which is more of a rose gold obviously. I think I'm going to go with the Jouer one. Obviously I'll leave everything that I used in the description box down below. And I'm going to apply that on the top of my cheekbones, center of my nose. I also usually bring this up here, but I'm just going to do it really lightly. So your face will be feeling very matte at the moment, but don't worry because I always use a setting spray as well. That's kind of what saves it from being like dry. Moving on to eyebrows, I'm going to use an eyebrow gel first. This one is just the Benefit Ready Set Brow Clear Brow Gel. And I'm going to brush them up. At least my brows are shaped well and they're tinted, so they look okay. It's just the surrounding areas, not so much. So again, what I'd usually use for my eyes is the Benefit Hoola Caramel, or if you don't want it as dark, you can use just the original Hoola. And there's also the Toasted one, which is darker again, which I love. So these are really good if you're traveling and you want an eyeshadow and a bronzer in one. I love this color. It reminds me of like MAC Uninterrupted, that kind of camely color. Should I risk this? I know because I have those patches of skin on my eyelids, this isn't going to go too well no matter what product I use, so I might as well just use the one that I would normally. So I'm actually going to use this Benefit Hoola Caramel, and I'm using a Zoeva 228 Luxe crease brush. Yeah, and then I literally just wash this all over my eyelids, and that's usually me good to go. It's such a nice color, and I am fond of a warm matte brown eye, like a lot of people, so this is fab. Okay, so if the positioning has changed up or the lighting, it's because my battery went and I had to change it, so we're back. So next I'm going to go in with just a dark matte brown. So I'm going to mix this one here and this one. Any eyeshadow that's a similar color will do. You do not need this palette. Sorry, no, I'm going to use this one and this one. This is the Naked Urban Decay Naked Honey Palette brush, and I really like the little brush head here. It's just a flat, kind of dense, rounded brush head is fine, or whatever you prefer, or whatever you have. And I apply this just along my lash line. I just feel like it finishes the look a bit more. It makes your lashes look thicker, gives more definition around the eyes, but it's still soft. You can actually see the difference before I finish off that eye. Just more definition, so really good for pictures as well. Makes your eyes just kind of stand out a bit more instead of just like being sunken into the back of your head. Also, this is so random, but I'm getting my hair done tomorrow and I actually cannot wait. I went darker with my hair. You probably can't tell because I've gotten it lightened once since, but it just wasn't for me. I'm allergic to dark tint, so like eyebrow tints and stuff like that, I can only use one home kit that doesn't give me an allergic reaction, and same with hair dye. So they couldn't use like proper hair dye, so just washed up really warm. I went full on orange and I really didn't like it, so we're gonna go back to what I was, but let me know what you think. I'm curious. Like, it is much darker than it usually is. Actually, people probably can't notice. I'm probably the only one. It's like a shade darker and I'm acting as if I've changed my whole life. So for the inner corner of my eye, I'm gonna use the same highlighter that I used on my cheeks just to tie it all in together. So I'm using just a really small eyeshadow brush for this and literally just tapping it to the inner corner here. So next up, I like to use a brown eye pencil. If you want, you can use black, whatever you prefer. If you want your eyes to look bigger and more open, you can use a nude or white in your lower waterline. I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury, the classic eye powder pencil, and this is in the shade Audrey, and I tightline with this, so I apply it to my upper and lower waterlines. Even if you're not going to wear it on your lower waterline, try to do it on your upper waterline because it just finishes off the lashes a bit more. I look really washed out because the sky's gone fully grey, so that's fantastic. I mean, I am orange, so I don't know why I'm coming up quite pale. Oh, my eyebrows. So to finish off my brows, I'm going to use the Benefit Precisely My Brow, and this is in shade 3, and I'm just going to fill in any areas that kind of need a bit more definition or any kind of gaps. God, I can see someone's actually cleaning their window fully facing me. I've never seen them clean their window, and of course when I have the camera out with lights facing me, they're cleaning their fucking window. How awkward. Okay. Finish off my brows, I'm going to use the Anastasia Brow Gel. This is the tinted one. It's actually come off, so I'm not sure what shade this is, but I'll leave it down below. It's probably like medium brown, and just really lightly running that through my brows, just because it is slightly darker than my brows, so it just picks up some of the hairs and kind of gives the brows more dimension, so it's not just like one flat color all over. Okay, so to finish off the eyes, I'm going to use the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. This mascara is amazing. They have it in brown as well, which is really nice if you want more of a softer look. Okay, so moving on to lips. I really want to use my MAC Oh Honey lip liner, but it's discontinued, so that's very annoying. So instead I'm going to use this, which is possibly my next favorite. It's the Patrick Ta Precision Lip Crayon, and this is in the shade She's Humble. So this is a really nice formula. Actually, it's probably my favorite lip liner formula at the moment, but this one is close enough to my actual lip color, so when it wears off it's not too obvious, which is what I like. Why am I trying to talk when I'm doing it? So for my lipstick, I'm going to stick to something that's pretty similar. Shock if you've watched any of my videos. I'm going to use MAC Honey Love. Just the best nude. I love it so much. So next I'm going to set all of the makeup. I use a lot of powder products, as you guys know, so it can make your face look quite matte, and I don't want it to look, you know, cakey and powdery and matte. So I'll always use a setting spray. I usually use either the MAC Fix Plus, that's like my favorite. This one I just finished, the Anastasia Dewy set. NYX have a really nice dewy skin spray as well. This one is just one I started using because it was in my collection. It's the Pixie Makeup Fixing Mist. So I apply a lot of it, and this just helps to like melt the makeup into the skin so it's not as powdery and cakey looking. So this usually I'm not talking when I do that. This is like a crucial step, especially if you're going to go full coverage. You need one of these. And then I got a new fan. It's a Patrick Ta fan, so it looks a lot better than my last one. And then I'll do a second mist. Obviously this is optional, you don't have to use both, but this is the Urban Decay All Nighter, and this just helps keep your makeup on all day. And also it adds a bit of moisture back into your skin. So again, I'm just gonna sand it into my skin. I hope to God that woman is not still at her window looking into my window right now, because she will think I'm actually tapped. I don't think she is. Okay, so that is, you can still see little droplets of that like setting in, but that is the makeup done. So yeah, full coverage, but more of a natural, my kind of natural makeup look. So easy to achieve. Obviously it's much quicker when you're not talking through every step. Next I'm going to move on to hair. I'm going to clip in my extensions really quickly, but before I do that, so obviously I washed my hair, and when it was wet, these are the products that I used in it. If you've never used any of the Colorway products, I've just started using them recently, the last few weeks, and they are so good. So I used two of the Dream Cocktails mixed together. I used the breakage one and the dry straw like hair, because I have both of these problems, so I mixed two and applied that all over. And then I also used the Dream Coat as well, and then you blow dry them into your hair, so they have to be heat activated, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, activated by heat, and these just make your hair look like silk. I mean, I should probably brush it while I'm saying that, but yeah, washed my hair yesterday, did all that, blow dried it straight. So now I'm just going to clip in my hair extensions and then come back and style my hair. So I just clipped in my hair extensions. I always, and have for years, use the Foxy Locks hair extensions. I use the seamless clip-ins, and the shade I wear most of the time is the Latte Blonde. This is what I have in now, Latte Blonde, which I've toned myself with purple shampoo because my own hair is more ashy, just so it like matches a bit better. I do have, I think it's Vanilla Ombre, and I have the Iced Latte as well, but because my hair is a little bit darker at the moment, the Iced Latte is too light, but the Iced Latte is such a good shade. Oh, so nice. But yeah, this is Latte Blonde, and I was going to actually wave or curl my hair. However, I just straightened these and I used the L'Oreal Steam Pod, which by the way I'm obsessed with at the moment. It just makes your hair so silky, and I think I'm going to keep my hair straight. Also, if you are interested in picking up any of the Foxy Locks hair extensions, I do have a discount code. You can use the code Chloe10 for 10% off, and yeah, I definitely recommend them. I've had them and worn them for years, like I said, and the quality is just second to none. They are amazing. I just washed these recently, so they're freshly washed, hence why they look so good, and they're just blending in so good with my hair at the moment. Usually, because my hair is quite a blunt cut, they don't blend in that well, but because it's grown out a bit, I think I can get away with them being straight, and I think I'm gonna leave it straight. So I planned to use my GHD curve. This is the classic wave wand, and just to give it really light bend in the hair, but I think I'm actually gonna keep it straight, like I said a million times. So yeah, that is the end of this video. It kind of goes with a whole more like natural daytime look with straight hair as well, I think. So yeah, that is it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a big thumbs up because it really does help me out. And let me know in comments down below what other videos you'd like me to film. I feel like I'm really far away. I'm going to move up a little bit. But yeah, let me know what other videos you guys would like to see, and I'll see you in my next one. Thank you for watching. Bye!